The scammers online spreading their lies, pumping stocks with dollar signs in their eyes. But we see through the noise, cut through the mold, calling out fraudsters. Truth be told, hey, expose the lies, let the story unfold. Truth be told, yeah, shining the light on the tricks they sold. No hype, no spin, we bring the facts, let the truth roll in. Fraudsters beware, your game's getting old. We're taking it back when truth be told. Truth be told. Truth be told. And the truth shall set you free.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Truth Be Told. It is our second show of the new year, right? We're on two, right? One foot in front of the other.
That's right.
But we're bringing back something from last year as our main topic, and we have guests tonight. It's not just Platinum, Amy, and me. We've got some people. We've got someone who has been on the show before with Running with Bears. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. It's good to see y'all again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been. It's always fun when you come on because you've got plenty of extensive knowledge when it comes to reading financial statements, which we're going to need tonight. And we also
I
have
love when
another.
someone can pass their CPA test. It's a great accomplishment. Good job.
I wasn't going to go that far below the belt, but.
I'm just saying.
And then we also have our special guest for tonight's episode, Kyle Mitchell. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome. Thanks for having me on. I am the #1 Josh Cohen fan and happy to be here.
And I think he likes you just as much as he likes
Oh, he
us.
loves me. We DM back and forth.
He's the number one Kyle Mitchell fan.
Yeah, so to get us off, I know that Running with Bears has a hard stop, so why don't we get into the financial statements to start things off? I know you had a whole laundry list of things that were red flags for you. So maybe, I guess, Kyle and both Running with Bears, I know you both had some stuff. I know Running with Bears said, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that Kyle found that was stuff that I was looking pretty hard at. So where do you want to start? Because I've got the whole document right here and I can hop around and talk about different things, whatever your little heart desires.
Go for it, boys.
Yeah, I'll defer to Kyle. Yeah, for my background, I'm a CPA. Been doing this for like 20 years. Like I do
Get the more up-to-date ones.
finance support now. But this one was interesting just because I like to start with a cash flow statement and kind of work my way out from there. And there's just some stuff in the financials that I was like, that's different. I'm not calling it wrong, indifferent, bad, whatever. It's just there is different ways to present stuff. But some of the stuff on here kind of tripped me up a bit. And then when you get to like the ARO stuff, after seeing the more, I wouldn't, not throwing shade, but you see some of the more basic stuff, and it's like, it'd be nice to see some more disclosures around the ARO, because that's a huge number, right? And it's a subjective management number, so that's always code for there should be a lot of controls and disclosures around that when it represents such a big part of the company, right? But I did read Kyle's stuff, and I thought it was really solid, so I'll kind of defer to him and let him steer it and kind of chime in where.
Yeah, I mean, so when I'm looking at a company, I try to figure out the capital structure first, and so, I mean, basic capital structure is common stock times the price of the stock. You get the market cap. But here you have more than common stock. You got a series 2024 Series B preferred, and you also have a super voting preferred stock. So the super voting preferred is 50-50 owned by Josh and then another gentleman I've never dug into, but the 2024 Series B preferred, it's something I've really never seen before. It was issued to the company that took AZRH took it through the shell and sold and cleaned it up and sold it to Josh and got it to this current state that it's in. But the interesting part about that preferred, it's owned by the custodians. There's one share. and it converts into 2% of all common shares, which means no matter how much dilution you get on the equity, on the common equity, this is just like an open-ended dilution machine. So I've never seen anything like that. That's a pretty unique security there. They can the owners of that can convert anytime they want as well. So that's pretty that's a pretty nasty preferred stock. I've never seen anything like that. I'm not sure if you guys have you ever run into anything like this before?
We've ran into something that's like not like this, but has been bad, like the Mullen like convertible warrants, but nothing where you just get an outright flat percentage from one share.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Total number of shareholders of record is 2.
Yeah, like usually, like I've seen like some shit codes have that for voting rights, right? Where they'll have like a different class so that they can have all the voting rights for the executives, basically, but not that like convert into whatever percent of the.
Well, how do you have 2 shareholders of record in 1 share authorized?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe they have a fractional share.
Oh, if you go up, that's the other share. So there's 2 preferreds. There's the
there it is.
2018. The 2018. Josh and another gentleman own that, and those are
the voting rights are 100%.
Yeah, those are just voting rights, and then the other one's the super voting one. So that's the capital structure. So you got 2% hidden dilution on all common, and then outside of that, they've done a lot of acquisitions using equity, a significant amount. Let me pull up my write-up and see the actual dollar amount.
Yeah, like the inventory, right? There's like 14.8 million inventory, and the offset was directly to equity, which I hadn't seen something like that before.
Yeah, I think that inventory is some coil-tubed inventory. Okay, yeah, so they've done all these acquisitions. They used a bunch of equity to do it, and the total all stock consideration they paid for all these is 130 million, and then they issued another 25 million of restricted stock. I wasn't clear if the restricted stock is included in the all stock consideration or not. For my model, I was conservative and said it wasn't, and added the restricted stock. So my take was they paid 155 million for all these assets. It was all done using equity, and that equity has not. Some of it I think has flown to the shares outstanding, but I don't think all of it has flown to the shares outstanding. I think there's a significant amount of dilution that will come when these restricted stock is unlocked. But in my model, I think shares outstanding are somewhere in the $70 to $100 million range. And if you look at the top of the 10Q, it says 55 million shares, and you got to do a lot of work to actually understand the capital structure. So I think most people investing in this aren't even doing this much work, but if you are, like, this takes a lot of digging to figure out what the valuation of this company you're buying is. So, I mean, say we have 100 million shares outstanding at $1 a share. This is 100 million equity value. So you're buying these assets for 100 million, high level. After that, you got to figure out what these assets are worth. I think they have negative value. So you're paying 100 million for something that's never going to generate free cash flow, in my opinion. So that's what I
saw him fighting about the free cash flow. Did you guys see him fighting about?
Yeah. So his claim is free cash flow is gross profit, which is not free cash flow. Gross profit is revenues minus cost of goods sold. Free cash flow is cash from operations less capex. So go to the cash from operations. So you got 167 of cash from operations, less 247,000 of capex. So AZRH they're not cash flow positive.
Yeah, because the bulk of that is 140 coming off the inventory.
Yeah,
that felt a little weird. That felt weird to me.
Yeah, that's working capital. I don't know what the inventory is.
I think it was a specific amount though.
Go to their balance sheet really quick. So inventory, they got oil inventory and coil tubing inventory. I know coil tubing inventory hasn't.
So does it make oil inventory? That seems like that's the closest to that number.
Yeah, so it'd have to be a swing in oil inventory.
Because that's 130.
But I don't trust the financials. They're not audited. I found
so those two sort of match up, 139 and 139. So that must be what he's claiming is the inventory here.
Yeah.
Is the oil.
Yeah, when you see it as a positive too, that means he didn't cash anything out for it, right? Because it's a positive to the cash flow statement. So
Does he have a CFO or no?
I think
no, there is no CFO.
I think
Josh
is. I think I've seen him listed as a CFO, but I could be mistaken. But there's outside of him, there wouldn't be a CFO. Well, he's an accountant, so don't worry.
And if you scroll down a little bit, the CapEx finance through accounts payable, like I kind of struggle. Like this is a little, I'm not gonna call it wrong, but I hadn't seen this before. Because typically, like CapEx, if you spend $1 million, let's say you get a loan for $1 million and you buy $1 million of CapEx with it, right? So the loan will come in through as a positive on the financing, around like plus 1 million, and then the outlay for CapEx would be like a negative 1 million in investing, right? And then as you pay it off, the payments go through the financing and the interest goes through operating, right? So to see CapEx finance through AP and then have it down in this section, that feels weird to me. And then the math doesn't work either. Like you look at the net increase of cash at 270, but ending cash at 270, we started with 221, right? So just math doesn't work.
Yeah, I've never seen finance through accounts payable.
Yeah, to be losing money and then end up with a higher cash pool.
Yeah, so like the increase in cash is only 250, but I think it's just a copy paste thing, right? Because I can't have increase in cash at 270, but then I ended with 270, right? And that happened on the other, I think the 1130, whatever the other statement that I looked at, it was the same thing, right? There was just like keying figures in.
So it's like copy pasting numbers.
What it kind of feels like, because the increase in cash is 250, right? Not 270. And like I know it sounds like I'm being like a annoying accountant, but the thing is like that's the first thing I do with the statements is look through the nerd stuff and see if they're doing the basic stuff right. Because then you get to these subjective numbers like ARO, and then you're trying to build.
Yeah, which is stuff that you had me pull up. Like, did you want to go through that sort of? And
yeah,
explain?
You guys both mentioned ARO. Can you just like for the audience or anyone?
Wait, could this be the part of the CPA exam that he didn't pass?
Can you say, okay, thank you. Talk about that. What ARO is?
ARO is an asset retirement obligation. I'm not an energy guy, but my high level understanding is when you drill a well, you have an end of the life liability that you have to fill. So you have to clean up the well, make sure the environment is not screwed up.
So like plug in.
Plug in and abandon.
Plugging and abandon. Plug and abandon.
Yeah, the thing that what's his face is so.
Yeah, I mean it's fine to have AROs and like that's the part of business, but like what turned me off originally is like he's talking up this massive oil and gas reserve base. I mean he's throwing out numbers like 6 to 8 billion, but he never talks about the ARO. He never talks about any of that. So I mean it's just I don't know. It's not great to see.
Yeah, he did.
Does he have to pay royalties?
I think so. Some of them, yeah. I haven't dug too deep onto. For most E&P companies, you pay some sort of royalty to the landowner or to someone.
Right.
But I mean, he has a lot of leases, so.
And this is from another company, an example I believe that Running with Bears wanted me to show to kind of give what does it look like when you're accounting for this sort of retirement of assets and the obligation.
Yeah, because when you look at the balance sheet, right, like the oil properties and the offsetting ARO is a huge part of it, right? And again, I'm not an energy guy. This is all kind of new to me. This is pretty fascinating, actually. But there's a whole system to, if you're going to calculate an obligation, right, you have to have a starting figure and roll it. There should be disclosures on how you get to the math and discount it to present value and all that good stuff. And so when you look at what a normal example is, like from this company, they give you like a 3-page disclosure, right? They say what is ARO, what goes in it, and I think the next page down it shows the ins and the outs, expenses, the liabilities, just you can walk the math, right? So I think in the video clip he sent me, Corey, actually talked about how they don't discount it to present value. And so it's effectively, and we're getting pretty.
Yeah, I can pull that clip real quick.
It's grossed up. So, if you say that you're going to straight line these costs over 10 years, it takes to roughly $30 million on the balance sheet down to about 18 to 20. And the issue, and he says they're both grossed up. What does it matter? And it matters to lenders, investors, because that's what you borrow against. Banks look at that to see what kind of cash flow you're generating, what returns you're doing. And if you have inflated values, even if they offset, that's still a problem in the finance world, right? Yeah, an accountant's going to say that, right? It's just grossed up. But if you go to the finance and the banking and investing world, it matters because a lot of the calculations based on free cash and even all the finance bureau stuff are based on accurate values, or at least closer to GAAP values, right? Sorry.
We got someone in the comment section who brings up a pretty good point here. Nick, can we push back on the asset value? Him paying that much in equity does not mean it's worth that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, in my original write-up, I touched on that a bit. Let me find it really
And
quick.
if that was the case, like, correct me if I'm wrong, wouldn't we also be needing some sort of goodwill to make
Goodwill
up the
impairment,
difference?
right? Is it on here?
I don't think they have.
Not yet.
They don't have goodwill. Are they? Yeah, they don't.
They took an impairment, didn't they? Because I saw they did on the cash flow, they did have an add back for 1.9 on August 31st. On August 31st statement, rather, 1.9 add back. So they took an impairment. Yeah, my thing with the inventory thing, and because it's exactly the same value in the equity and asset section, which sometimes it's fine, but often that raises a kind of a yellow flag for me. Because if you did it entirely in equity, is it a JV? Like, how much equity did you do? Like, where's the valuation support? Like, is it an NCI? Is it true? Like, what is it, right? And you go to the disclosure, you don't really get much. So just from an investment standpoint, I always err on the side of more disclosures are better, right? Because there's always stories behind the numbers. And that was kind of my thing is I'm sure there's a story, but it'd be nice to see it in the footnote somewhere, right? So we can kind of recreate the math ourselves.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
math.
this is the only thing we have here about the retirement
there's
obligations.
I'm sure that's
And
understated.
it's huge.
From my math, AZRH spent 155 million, and this is excluding Vision. I didn't do the math on the Vision acquisition because it was just way too messy to even consider.
Mhm.
But they spent 155 million buying up all these operators to generate 37 barrels of oil per day, which equates to 4.2 million per flowing barrel. Which that's high. So typical market price per flowing barrel is around 50,000 at the high end, and it's just insane. So I put the tinfoil hat on, and this is all my speculation, all my opinion, is that there are companies out there with all these crazy ARO obligations. They don't know what to do with them. Someone creates a shell, and the shell is designed to take these assets from these companies, and there's some sort of underhand payout, and then those original owners don't have to take care of the AROs, and don't have to take care of the liabilities, and it goes to a corporate shell, and the corporate shell has to deal with it, and you can just file for bankruptcy and walk away. I've seen it happen.
So basically play a Texas two-step game, except instead of having some break-off spin out, you have a corporate dump site that you dump all your bad wells into and then write them off in a
right. Yes, exactly. And then and you gotta I should have hammered more on this on Twitter, but I posted once. Someone sent me the exact same playbook that it appears that AZRH could potentially be running, where they had some shell, they bought all these companies that had arrows, and they went bankrupt, and all these liabilities got stuck with a shell that could never do anything with it.
Right. And that's, when you talk about like MMTLP, which is one of the groups that he was kind of, marketing himself to, like the reason their lease got pulled is they weren't meeting lease obligations, and they had all these abandoned wells that they needed to plug, and like Texas just came in and took the lease because they're like, we're not going to let you just, drill more holes that we're eventually going to have to clean up when you go belly up.
Yeah, that's my speculation that could potentially happen to AZRH as well. I mean, they have. So when I did my original write-up, they bought what they buy, like 9 different operators. Only 2 of them are actually operating.
Well, I mean, that was the one thing on his website was that originally, where's the, oh my goodness, which one is this? This one, I think it was. No,
He told me to check the Shell XL.
Shell XP, and he still has the screen cap of them running all those 100
He
wells.
has the old one, right? And then the new one says 8.
7.
Oh,
they're down to
7
7 wells running now.
Which
Which makes sense because like oil has steeply dropped since he first made that screen cap. So running a bunch of rigs that are not performing is just increasing your cash burn.
Yeah. But then he told me that was wrong. Like he told me to check Shale XP and then he told me to check the Railroad Commission. I did both. And then Shale XP had way less. And then the Railroad Commission had 0 barrels of oil for all of his different leases that he had. And then he told me that it just wasn't updated yet. So.
And also, like, what sort of cost is it to run these wells? Because even with the operating ones here, they're talking, it says estimated daily oil production, 64 barrels to water production that needs to be cleaned and cleared out of like 3,200 barrels per day. Like it's not very efficient.
This is like essentially a fake oil and gas company. I've looked at real oil and gas companies that have hundreds of millions of revenue and they can't make money in this oil environment because oil price is low and they have to spend so much money on capex. Like there's like I would be very surprised if this company can generate free cash flow. I would bet all my money that it will not generate free cash flow. If I could bet on it, but it's in a liquid shitco and there's no short.
Right.
That's the other thing that's really big. Like when he's talking about all this, like, naked shorting stuff is how he got everyone's attention and all this stuff. Like where, like what, by what means and what methods? Like most people didn't even know this company existed until you opened your mouth. It's kind of like when GNS is claiming, since the day we went on the market, we've been naked shorted into oblivion. It has nothing to do with our massive amounts of dilution to our shareholders and that we run a unprofitable company. But
yeah, I mean, to his credit, he took a company that was a shell to, I don't know, $250 a share. And that's,
right.
I don't know what market cap that is, 200 million, something like that. If he would have not opened his mouth on the short interest, I would have never found him. Yeah. And if he would have just like not hammered back at everything I said, I would have gotten bored.
Literally.
But
exactly.
It's just like, he's just, I mean, there's like that saying, the whale that never surfaces is never harpooned. Like, don't surface if you're doing this shit.
It's like the Barbara Streisand effect, right? Like
it's a lot of red flags. Too many red flags to ignore, really. Where it's like, ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's talking about short interest, you're either like, or naked shorts and all that, you're either
almost guaranteed to be a
or you're just like,
came out of nowhere and just like burst on the scene like a lunatic.
Before we get into like the more narrative silliness stuff that's been going on in the intervening months since we had Josh on, was there anything else financial? Because I know you have a time limit running with Bears. Was there anything else that you wanted to get on the bulletin board?
I'll go ahead, Kyle. Or is that for me?
Yeah.
No, I just financials like this are interesting to me because like the biggest numbers are highly subjective, right? And when you do in the real world, what happens is like these huge reserves typically have support or some sort of documentation where I can prove to an auditor like how I got to the number, right? So what happens when you go through like quarterly reviews in a year in audit is if I say something's a reserve of 10 million, I have to show support that it's 10 million so that if the auditors go off and recreate that math, they're going to get a range of say like 9 to 11. They say, okay, 10 is probably pretty reasonable. So it's just little stuff. It's kind of, like the inventory thing of 14.3, like, I mean, sometimes that could be the case where it's directly increased asset and increased equity, but that just feels weird to me. Like,
And there was some notes that you had put down that I saw that like there was some like I had pulled up the going concern here where he's saying that he had the going concern statement but says that everything's fine, but then you look at some of the statements later and it's like, shouldn't that be in the going concern, but you're saying everything's fine? Can you pick a lane to occupy?
Yeah, because going back to my if we pivot to going concern, going back to my Bed Bath days, like going concern stuff is never boilerplate, right? It's never something you just put into it because the assumption is a business will continue through the future, right? So when auditors put that in, it's a big deal because it's a high bar for one, the auditors that you're paying to put verbiage like that in your financial statements, and two, they're generally more specific about why there's liquidity crunch, when they think they're gonna, because it's under the assumption when you have a going concern, you're saying you will not be operating in under 12 months, right? Because I can't accrue things if there's no future to accrue it to.
Right.
So
when you
they're
see
generally more the
it's
beefier
only like about
disclosures
3
typically.
paragraphs and isn't very explanatory, you're trying to say it's okay, but it's not, and you've got these contradictory statements and you're not being really descriptive with what you are saying. So what's going on here?
Can you scroll down just a little bit more? I just want to see that last sentence. Okay. Will still achieve. So is it not a going concern risk?
Yeah, that whole going concern thing is kind of contradictory because it said management intends to seek additional capital from new equity securities offerings, debt financing, and debt restructuring.
But then it also, they don't need it is the last sentence.
Yeah, needed to increase liquidity. Company's growth. And then it's like the company does not need further outside capital and will still achieve its revenue targets, whether without the use of outside capital. Like that's a weird statement, just all in itself.
Yeah, it's weird because you don't need a CPA to tell you if you have total assets of 162 million and your free cash is 20K, right? And you're losing a couple $100,000 a year, you're gonna have a cash crunch, right? So it just felt a little more hand wavy to me than it should have been, considering what looks like severity to me. Going concern, that's the nerd accounting speak for all companies operate under the assumption of going concern, which is they will operate 12 months into the future. Because if I'm accruing something like a future expense, the business has to be assumed that it will be operational in the future. Otherwise, I'm accruing into the void, right? So when the going concern disclosure hits, basically it's a combination of the liquidity, operational, and outside factors that make the auditors come to management and say, you're going to have to put something in here that says you have a high threshold of not existing in under 12 months, right? So inside the corporate world, it gets a really contentious conversation because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens between management on the corporation side and management on the auditor side. But just know that it's generally a big deal when you get to that point, right? So yeah, the going concern thing was weird to me.
Well, it's a warning to shareholders more, right? Layman's terms, it's a warning, troubled seas ahead.
Buyer beware.
Yeah, because it's management that writes the disclosure / footnotes, right? And so in Bed Bath's case, they said odds are we will not exist, and that's out of the mouth of babes, right? So it's management telling you what's going on, and if you want to blow through that, Godspeed. But it's just I always err on more should be disclosed than less, right? So the going concern was the thing. I had a poke list of stuff.
I'm looking at it right here. Surety bond shows an outflow of 250K, but included in the total, that feels wrong. Okay, you already mentioned the cash increase, goodwill impairment, retained earnings as a result of acquisition. Why isn't that on here? Isn't the amount already included in the starting net income?
So someone in the chat saying, I see 90 wells under vision listed as active in Cochran County that appear to have reported production to the RRC in 2025.
Well, that's the whole of the year.
Where's the independent Netherlands?
The last 3 months, though? Because for some reason, the last 3 months we're showing 0 for his wells. And he just said that it wasn't updated yet. Which,
where's the independent Netherlands Soil Reserve report someone posted a few days ago? I don't know if I saw that.
I don't know what that is.
I assume that's the one that's on his website. Let's see if I can pull his website.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, there's no related party anything. Try control effing related parties. See if you find anything. Do related party, not parties.
Not IES, do Y.
Yeah, so
Noisy.
I mean, there's like significant related party stuff going on here.
There we go.
They don't disclose any of it, I believe. So if if Josh owns a business and he sells it,
during the 3 months ended November 30th, there's no related party transactions claimed by the company.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, that's probably true that there has been known in the past 3 months, but he's talked about publicly buying out companies that he has equity interest in. That the guy, Josh, is living in a house that is owned by this guy named Marcus Lon. He's talking about buying out public companies that Marcus is the controlling shareholder of. 2 companies that Marcus is the controlling shareholder of. And
it's in this Substack that you mentioned, correct?
Yeah, and then there's multiple companies that AZRH has bought that Josh has claimed on Twitter, and I think in a few press releases that he had equity interest in. And I think if you want like a fully audited financial statement, you gotta include all these related party,
or at least mention that if you do have a acquisition target in mind, that also needs to be like, we haven't acquired it yet, but if we do, here's all the sausage.
I mean, you shouldn't announce an acquisition either on Twitter. I mean, we saw what happened with Elon.
Right.
And it's crazy shit that's going on here.
Right.
Yeah, but it's OTC shit, right? Like.
Yeah, that's true.
I do love it.
Shit shenanigans.
Makes it entertaining. Yeah, and I appreciate you having me on. Yeah, where I'd be curious to know more is just to see because the ARO is a big topic, right? In terms of like seeing the behind the scenes and like, okay, do you have a schedule of retirements that show like when these things are going to shut off and the cost to do that, and then the discount rate you should use, and then how you weight this stuff. I mean, there's a whole calculation of this stuff, right? So the fact that it's grossed up, I get why you did it. I get it, but that's still not appropriate from a lending/financing perspective. Just simply gross your balance sheet up and walk away, right? So I gotta. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing too, they said there was no long-term debt, but then you look at the balance sheet, there's 180K on it. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. I probably missed a bunch, but it's one of the messiest things I've ever seen.
I hate to be a nerd about it, but I just like to go start the cash flow statement and just start ticking and tying stuff, see if it lines up. If it doesn't line up, I'm like, well, that's interesting. And then then that kind of weighs how I look at the more subjective stuff, right? Like the management reserves and like what are the odds this is probably properly calculated. So, but if y'all talk about it next week, I'll be around for longer. But I appreciate y'all having me on this time.
No problem.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks,
y'all. Right, later, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And now that the adult is leaving the room, us kids are going to color on the walls of the crowns. So the big silliness from this week, I'll let you take it away, Kyle. This is your story at this point.
All right. So, yeah, I don't think a lot of people know who Poppy 848 is. If you only know Poppy 848 if you've ever said anything negative about Josh or AZRH. But the moment you say something negative about it, you get added to this crazy like thread where this Poppy 848 character is documenting anything you've ever said. She's like, Grok, document this. He said something bad about AZRH. Blah blah blah. Put it in this thread. And it's like a mega thread. They blocked me eventually, and so I didn't see everything they were doing, but they continued to document everything I've ever posted. And then like other people started hopping on this AZRH shit, and they would message me. They're like, "Who's this Poppy character? What? This is so weird." And I'm like, "I don't know. It's just some weirdo. I think it's Josh." But someone messages me. They message me. They did some research, and they find out that Poppy 848 is a female, and that just sent off like crazy red flags. I'm like, this is weird. Like, this usually is like dude behavior, just like weird, like autistic guy behavior. Why is a female doing this? So I started doing some research. I'm like, maybe this is tied to Josh. It's probably someone he knows. So I typed in his hometown, Pittsburgh. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of posts about living in Pittsburgh and moving. Typed in Josh, found one post. Yeah, there it is. Great night in Dublin with Linda Overs, Cherry Baker, and Josh.
Who is Linda Overs, by the way?
Oh, it doesn't matter. So go down even more. And so I didn't
know she was like a company person or whatever.
No, it's just like one of her like friends. So I'd look up. I'm like, this has to be Josh's mom, and I knew her Facebook. I look her up and go to her liked photos that were public, and if you scroll down a little bit more, Linda Overs right there. Like, this is Josh's mom. So I call her out on it. She goes like completely dark. She changes her profile, and then she like comes back and just like hammers me and Nick Nemeth, and they're just like, she's like, I am Josh's mom and I'm protecting my son.
Oh my god.
And so that was crazy, that this whole character is Josh's mom doing this. And what's even crazier is I'm highly confident that Trader 484 on Investor Hub is also his mother. It's the same behavior. Same bullshit. And if you dig in deep enough, you can find out where she's like referring to herself as Poppy.
This is on what?
This is on Investors Hub.
Investor Hub. Okay.
It's just like a message board for shitco's for people.
Oh, so it's like what's it called? Stock Twits.
Yeah, it's like Stock Twits. I think before Stock Twits was a thing. And then one of her first comments is that she's buying more AZRH.
Buying more. What's the date on that?
That is
25.
That is like 20. Yeah. And so
when did he do the acquisition for the whole thing? Was that 25 or 24?
25 was our first financial statement, so I think it was.
Let's see.
Pull back up the OTC and try and see if I can find.
So 2023, Larry Zian Holdings was appointed custodianship. 2024, they recapped it. I think in late October 2024, Josh bought CST. So look at the stock chart actually on 4/13/2025. I bet it's like a huge pump that day.
Well, because this person created their account at the end of 2024. That's what I was asking. Well, that's what it said up at the top.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Josh assumed control in 2024. The letter of intent was signed September.
Oh, that's funny because they created their account in November of 2024. How interesting.
Yeah. And so the first thing she ever commented on was a company called ZHUD, which Josh was the board member on, and he posted it out.
Wait, I'm sorry. The company is called Shud?
Z8 Zud.
Oh, Z. I thought you said C. I was like, no fucking way.
It would be sweet if it's Judd, yeah. It's like Hall.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So I'm highly confident that's his mom, and I'm sure if someone ever gets to peel back the onion on all this, they'll probably see that that's probably true.
That is so funny.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if
Josh's
it's illegal. If she's trading on material insider information, yeah, that's illegal. But I mean, being a weird creep on Twitter, that's not illegal. But it's just
no, not at all. It's hilarious.
It's just entertaining.
I just expose this because it was the wildest shit I've fucking seen. And now he defends himself. He's like, "Oh yeah, my mom's proud of me, and she's defending me from the bullies." And
oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's even more crazy about it is like, even if it isn't illegal, the idea that you're what could be a related party, even if you don't have, company information, and you're not gonna like why are you getting out there in front of everything and even suggesting you're buying? Like, if Amy ran a publicly traded hair salon company and I'm hanging out with her all the time. Do you think I'm going to be on some Weeble chat boards going, buy more of Amy's salon store, guys? I'm buying it more.
Buy more hair shares.
Yeah.
So if you want some entertainment, go to my first article and go down to the photos, and that's where like some real good shit is. That's where Josh claims he's posting on Facebook. My stock is gonna like 10x in a week.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple of things. I'm just catching up with the comments here. So we do have someone saying that they're an operator on your YouTube, and they're saying that they see 90 plus wells under vision listed as. Oh yeah, you already said that. They also said that it's normal for the Railroad Commission to lag 3 months on production. And per RRC, you have to produce or plug 10% of your inactive wells to maintain your bond. So if Cohen brings wells out of inactivity, it will count towards the requirement per year. And then he also said that you can put money into escrow to provide an engineering report. So just want to get that out there just in case it's like Josh's mom and she wants us to know. There we go.
Like a new comment might be Josh's mom. I feel like I haven't heard anything.
We have a formal cease and desist that we need.
Well, me and Amy untagged ourselves, so we're no longer ceased or desisted.
You are unceased and desist.
Someone did say, I feel like I haven't heard absolutely anything important this entire interview.
It's Mimi. It's Mimi.
But you're still here, so.
I know, right?
That's definitely his mom. Look at the string of characters at the end.
Oh, the last
That's either a troll or that's his mom. I'm not even joking. I got to screenshot that.
Is that a Nazi symbol inside the Star of David?
Like yikes.
Yikes.
Dude, if that is
Mom, what are you doing?
He's using the same 3 characters at the end.
Mimi. It's not nice. Star of David with a swastika in it?
My name is Josh, but not Cohen. Well, there's the four numbers, so I believe you, Josh.
So there was some of these other interrelated parties you were talking about. I remember when I was looking at his holding company that is in New York, that this had come up like Sky, and then there was the other one. So that, like, did you what was it that you'd found on that? Because I think you mentioned that a couple times
on Sky and GPLS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So back the story up. Josh is like rambling about how I'm poor, how he lives in this like big ass fucking mansion, so I find where he lives, and I'm like, okay, do you first I find it. And it's like, okay, it's not a $3 million house. It's listed at the Zillow estimate's like 1.4. And then I look into the tax documents to see if he actually owns it. It's owned by a dude named Marcus Lahn. Marcus Lahn is the CEO and controlling shareholder of SKYQ and also GPLS. And Josh has spoken publicly about merging both of those companies into AZRH, and he's living in this dude's home. The crazy thing about this dude, about Marcus, is that back in like the day when he was like a Wall Street dude, he was dating some like lady who had some involvement in some prostitution ring. She got in trouble. He mortgaged his house to pay for her bond to get out of it. The same house that Josh is in. So there's a lot going on just there. So there's like related party shit where Josh is saying he's going to acquire 2 publicly traded companies that are controlled by Marcus Lahn when he's living in his house. So, I mean, my like tinfoil hat speculation theory is Marcus is the brains behind this because Josh is smart enough to be.
Josh is the John Berta, and this guy is the Greg McCabe.
Yeah. Josh is smart enough to be dangerous, but this is some pretty like high level financial shit going on.
So what's with the I briefly caught. So what was it that about HIHI? Is this another one of these like related party companies that
Josh? Yeah, I haven't dug too much into it. I just saw his name was listed. I think he helped orchestrate. I think he was like the investment banker to orchestrate some
Gotcha.
mergers and shit there. I've tried to dig up stuff there, but I haven't found much.
Okay, so that's
But
like a
he's
to be continued story that has not been proven out or anything.
Yeah,
I mean, what a fun ticker, though. Hi.
There ZHUD is another one that he's involved in. He was a board member of.
Not Chuck.
They did a reverse merger, stock popped, then they went dark. And now they're the same custodian company that cleaned it up originally is cleaning it up again. So there's quite a lot going on here. Matt MNQ is not happy right now.
Yeah.
You got caught LARPing Nichols.
Yeah. Not great.
You got caught.
And so there was some other legal things. I know that you had seen the ones that were in New York that we saw back in December, but this one I don't think I had seen was this. So he has some creditors from a pumping service, like a cleanup service or some sort of oil-based services that he was using.
Yes. So they're suing him. I mean, I know people from Twitter who are probably going to sue him. I know. I mean, this dude has a shitstorm coming to him. It's kind of like the
well, I mean, he's been accusing you and us of potential defamation while he calls legitimate oil men in Texas,
pedophiles?
Meth heads and
I mean,
things
he calls
like
someone
that.
a child rapist. Like it's kind of nuts. I mean, one of his most damning things he ever did was post on Facebook, AZRH, next 10x loading as early as this week. Don't say we didn't tell you. He said the other day that he got FINRA to approve that.
Right.
I bet you did.
And then when asked to share the disclosure from FINRA where they said that, he did post emails, but it wasn't about that.
No, he has a large a loud bark, but he doesn't bite.
Someone named Poopin' in a Bucket said Josh Cohen does the suing. He doesn't get sued.
So
he talks about who has sued him in his video today. Like he did say he's been sued. So I'm not sure where your info's coming from.
I found one Josh Cohen lawsuit that he actually filed. It was I don't know. It was before 2020. He got rear-ended by someone in his Jeep Wrangler that was like 10 years old. Someone rear-ended him, and his insurance company sued them for rear-ending him. That's the only Josh Cohen lawsuit I've been able to find. I find a lot of Josh Cohen people suing Josh Cohen, but I've only found the one where he got a little fender bender.
Well, he files under John Doe. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I've tried to explain that one.
I mean, what does the plaintiff file as John Doe?
I don't think people do that.
You can file as John Doe, but it has to be a very specific situation where either you're suing the government and you have legitimate fear of reprisal. If you say that you are the victim of some heinous crime like a sex act or something like that. Like, remember when we were covering the Andrew Tate, the Tate brothers defamation lawsuit against the lady who they had taken to Romania, and they had the literal United States. they called a Navy SEAL who called them to get the local U.S. consulate to come pick her up and extract her from that situation because she witnessed actual sex crimes taking place. The reason why she's Jane Doe on that is because obvious reasons that I just explained. So that's how you get to be a John or a Jane Doe, either as a plaintiff or a defendant, not because someone made fun of you on the fucking internet.
Yeah, no, he's just full of shit. I've caught him in so many lies, and someone told me Josh Cohen is he's like playing a pigeon in chess. He'll get up on the board, knock
shit around and knock over pieces,
shit all over the board, and say he won.
Yeah, pretty much. There was one other thing I think from your Substack, and it kind of goes in. I thought I had the tweet queued up, but apparently I didn't. Where there's this working capital one, but there was also one where he said because shareholders get the cash flows of the company, that's what generates the value valuation for the share price, and he said that that's not how that works because he owns all the controlling capital, so everyone else just gets to eat shit, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean it's somewhat accurate, but also
that's like really bad for a fiduciary to say that.
Right.
I mean, you say that behind closed doors. Don't say that online.
Publicly on Twitter.
I mean, that's like just crazy bad fiduciary duty, and which makes me think on his last video, not the one that he got on right before this pod started, but the one before that, he talks about using a debit card to fund business expenses, and it sounded like to me it was his personal debit card.
Right.
You can't
commingling
personal assets with your assets. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing that. Who knows? I mean, you gotta get a subpoena and really get under the hood to actually see.
Well, that's the problem.
I have my own business and I have a debit card for my business.
Yeah, but it sounded like to me it was not the business debit card the way he said it. It sounded like it was. He just says fucking shit. So he said it was the business debit card, but I don't know.
And the other thing is when you're talking about that is man, I lost that one. Anyway, but you'd also mentioned that he completely missed how working capital works as far as the oil wells and things like that, which is a bit hilarious about how
the working interest,
the working interest of the wells and how revenues and the expenses. And I have a theory about why he compared it to private equity and all this stuff, because as we've discussed multiple times on this live stream, when you get into the meme stock community, you're in the weeds of some of these quasi conspiratorial or just straight up conspiratorial groups. Private equity is the devil. If you're part of private equity, you're a spawn of Satan, and nothing good can come of you. So when you're trying to say that you completely own the wells and you and the shareholders own the product and there's no other parties, it's that same sort of, I think, mentality is what he's reaching for. We own the wells. We don't have grubby little fingers getting in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad to say that too. I mean, if he thinks the cash flow is his, who knows what he's doing behind the scenes and what we can't see. If he thinks this is all his and not shareholders.
Right.
I mean, he is the only shareholder. He has the votes. From my reading, I don't think he has economic interest in the business. He is not the owner. He's the vote, but he doesn't rightfully have the he doesn't have the right to the cash flows. He's the preferred super voting owner, and I don't think that has economic. I think his preferred has any economic stability. So he's completely wrong in saying that. If I'm right there,
is he confusing? Did he put cash in it and confusing cash?
I mean, he claims he's put cash in it, but if you don't own shares,
right,
all you are is a creditor. Maybe you're higher up on the capital stack.
But there's no thing in the balance sheet that says
that would be there as a liability, right?
It doesn't say in the capital structure that he actually owns shares either. So, I mean, the cash flow, rightfully, it's the common shareholders' cash flow. He has a super voting stock, and I mean, with that, you can structure it where you do get the cash flow.
Oh, here it is. You even had boom.
Yeah. I mean, you should. I mean, that a CEO saying that kind of stuff is just insane to say.
Stock buyers buy for the hope of capital gains and dividends. The public company is the complete opposite of private.
Yeah, but where does that value come from? The cash flows and assets of the company.
I own the preferred shares with the controlling vote in a 200-1 vote compared to common. I could issue myself common shares in any amount at any time.
Okay.
At least he's upfront about that.
I don't abuse my power because if common wins, then I win. You have zero clue. Oh, I think this is talking to Ocelot. You have zero clue what you're talking about. The cash flow assets is mine. The stock retail investors are not entitled to my cash flow. You're completely uneducated and out of line. I didn't know you got to dictate how I run my company.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shareholders.
What? Yeah.
It's not.
You have public shareholders. It's their company.
Like if he wanted a company, like don't go public.
Yeah.
You
Right.
do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't like that completely negates his fiduciary duty. That's his
there's a
statement.
request to talk about the Anna Gristina connection. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh no, Nick, do you want to come on?
Yeah, we'll have Platinum send you a link. That way you can join the defamation Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. Come on in. This is where we do not see or desist.
Ain't never scared.
Yeah, I mean, Corks, am I right that you did?
Basically, like that
Josh
whole
to come
statement
on?
is like, I can outvote the common. I don't need
Oh,
common.
the Madame.
Oh,
My-
the Madame. Oh, that's okay. So Marcus Lon, I briefly mentioned it. Marcus Lon has
Is that like his landlord's girlfriend or something?
Yeah, is that the girlfriend?
no, he was I think he was dating Anna Gristini, and Anna Gristini ran a prostitution ring, and she goes to prison, and Marcus bails her out by taking the equity out of his house that Josh lives in now, and uses that equity as bonding to get her out of prison.
Aww, true love.
So sweet, so special. Nope, no, her second in command.
Oh, it's her second in command. Okay.
Oh, her set, yeah. Nick's done more work on this than I have.
A little sleuth over here.
Yeah, you should have him on sometime. He does good work.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
no problem.
I think unless we want to go over his Shouty Fest video at us right before the live stream, maybe we
She didn't
we
get
should
bailed
have
out because
entertainment.
she was a flight risk.
Let's do a couple
This
of these
story
videos, and
sounds
then
fun.
we'll move on to meme stock stuff, and if Kyle wants to stick around for our normal shenanigans after we're done with this, he can, or if he has to call tonight, we'll see. But let's see. I'm kind of curious with this video. Let's go for it.
Oh,
I got it on 1.5.
I haven't seen this yet.
This is the new one,
Sponsored by
right?
Vice.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the new one.
Hey everybody! So before the big podcast with Kyle Mitchell and Coyote and whoever that stupid trader lady is, they're all frauds. They're all clowns and frauds. But okay,
What
so
about
just so
me?
everybody knows, tonight they're gonna go on live camera.
You're a non-entity, Platinum. You just
Thanks.
Well, you were on when
okay, we got the people who
you're
he's
sick.
talking about right here. All right, let's go.
you were. The Platt was sick when he was on
Right.
the show, so he doesn't even know who she is.
I was sick.
Together, and then we're gonna record on the internet a fake impersonated email conversation where I'm impersonated and then another individual is impersonated. And I know about this conversation because Pepe Oil actually tried to use this against me at one point in time.
We didn't even
Wait, what? Can we get into
I
that?
haven't even brought this up.
No, this
I-
is
Do you want
I
to
didn't
at this
read
point?
this
Because clearly we were more concerned about the real facts of his company
Yeah.
rather than
No,
skullduggery. But
He is panicking about this. Like I got some.
since he brought it up,
I got some crazy emails. Some dude was I guess impersonating the son of some Serbian communist dictator who killed a lot of people.
Oh,
And I mean the emails are crazy. Josh is pretty
Special.
much like begging him to invest like $350,000 into some LLC he created so he could buy an oil and gas magazine. Josh like writes some book about him, and I got like the ChatGPT. I don't know, some sort of like book.
oh, that's
he
that
wrote.
book cover that you posted. Okay, now I understand that. Okay.
And I mean, Josh like sent like this dude was like he was just fucking with him, like he was trolling Josh for a whole year. It seemed like he was trolling him, and he was like, "Okay, so Josh was like, when are you gonna invest this $350,000?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know if I feel like you got the money." And he pulls up some like his bank account, sends a video of him opening his bank account, sends like a Louis Vuitton like gold chain. He's like, "Yeah, I got money." And then he sends me text messages, and it's like text messages, and this guy like fucking with him. He's just like, Oh yeah, Josh, I'm really interested in importing European women to Bronzeville, Texas, and we can start a prostitution ring. And Josh is like, tell me more about this business.
Oh my god.
There's like a whole conversation about like a prostitution business. I've like, yeah, I don't even know what to do with all this because it's just so insane to me. Like this even exists. So let's do it. Let's do it. Josh thinks I'm doctoring these images now. Apparently,
That's so funny.
All right, let's finish this video.
I love that
the
you
whole
brought
thing
it
was
up.
false. So somebody
I know, right? Wasn't even planned.
Yeah.
spoofed my email, impersonated me, and then pretended to solicit an investment. I didn't actually see anything illegal in what Pepe had posted, but then went on to impersonate me and impersonate another person to try to defame me in a public setting. This was a couple years ago. So this is hysterical because what these clowns don't realize is that impersonation
Take a drink.
is a
Why is he positioning that in
This
front of
is
the
literally
camera?
sponsored by
remember the
Vice,
context of the
right? What is this product?
Like he like just positioned it straight into the camera.
It was already there, and he's like put it even closer.
yeah. So I looked up his bio. Apparently, he claims he did something with Vice where he like brokered their like sale deal or something.
Where's this going?
Okay. And he still has to like show the cup. That's like part of the agreement.
Yeah,
is he gonna change
like
the ornaments on his desk every time he does a video, or?
Oh yeah, he's got the
bright ass
boot and the
Damn.
cobweb.
Yeah, last time it was a gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Really, it was like a joke. So that's two felonies, okay? On top of a bunch of civil claims that I already have that I'm looking to convert to criminal claims. So they're going to open Pandora's box to criminal matters at this point. This is such a funny shit show to watch. These guys are so stupid. And watching Lane Haygood put what the guy's name, Jason Van Dyke, as the central ring, who put the email out there saying he was going to take billboards out, and then miraculously Kyle Mitchell shows up, Nick Nemeth shows up. All these bashers all of a sudden show up after Van Dyke says he's going to do this. This is out of control. I cannot wait because I'm going to file this in a Midland County court, okay, which means that all of them are probably going to have to fly on a crazy.
I would like to point out that at what point would this even have any jurisdiction in Midland? Second of all, this like when we were discussing the whole defamation lawsuit thing he was doing, the idea that this makes it clear that this is such an abuse of the legal system and clearly a slap lawsuit that he's like, ooh, I'm going to put this all out in Midland and you're all going to have to travel out there. It's going to be so expensive for you. Never mind the fact that the judge will allow a conference call or Zoom meeting like every other fucking court in the United States. But like, look, this is so silly.
He's an angry boy.
It's a very, very hard flight to do. It's a big layover. You have to fly through Dallas, Houston, Colorado. There might be
I just call in.
Right? So it's a hard flight to do to begin with. They're gonna have to do it probably once a month. I doubt that a fraction of them will show up. And if you don't show up, then there has to be a very, very strong case granted to the court as to why they should be dismissed.
I just call in.
Yeah.
like I cannot tell you how many times lawyers do conference calls for cases. They just call in.
Doesn't he live in New York? Like, how's he gonna
Yes!
file?
That's right.
Who actually goes to court? There's like settlements too.
Like
Yeah.
your lawyers may show up in court.
Well, but what he's talking about, we didn't bring up. He did.
Right.
I know. We didn't even bring that up. So that's
Right.
hilarious.
We like went over
Then
the
he's getting
financial
all
statements.
about it.
Yeah, I think you just kind of ruined your case there, bud.
But if they're already publicly defaming me, then that doesn't exist. So if they don't show up, then it becomes automatic default judgment. And there's a lot of opportunity to push this from the Midland County Court into a...
Yeah, I'm going to let you know something about a default judgment. That's cool and all. People get default judgments all the time. It's, good luck serving and getting your judgment. Like, how many credit companies have outstanding judgments that they can't cash in on because they don't know where to go to get the assets? So, chance
he would have to file something in the first place. And when he goes to file his job,
we would have to
you would have to serve us.
Good luck.
Well, and you would have to have been defamed here. Nobody defamed him except himself.
Right. Which is hilarious. But I'm just like going through the steps here of how much of this he's getting just so fucking...
I have to push back on his
If we're even going down his line, his stupid line of logic.
Federal court, okay, as this does contain stock manipulation tactics on a public company, which would be a federal matter. So these guys are hysterical. They underestimate lawyers. They underestimate the law. They think they're above the law. So, and let me be clear, I don't think I'm above the law. I have to abide by a bunch of laws every single day. That's why I pay a lot of lawyers a lot of money. So this is going to get funny tonight, guys. Just giving everybody a heads up that this is probably going to be the nail in the coffin for these stupid-ass motherfuckers. And I cannot wait to put an end to all this madness so that we can get back to regular programming where all we're talking about is corporate updates, because I hate having to drown everybody in this bullshit. It's really just a bunch of madness and nonsense. But stay tuned, guys. This is going to get pretty good.
I mean,
he has like professional lights on him and stuff. Like,
yeah. I know, right? I don't even have those lights. Damn.
Right.
Like, I got to think about running a public company. Generate free cash flow, and the stock price will take care of itself.
Right.
Right. Don't fuck around with any of this. Like,
yeah.
If you're running a real company, go run the operations. Don't
like case in point. Even when you're running a shitco, like Adam Aaron, every time he gets approached by one of these baggies, hey, talk about the naked shorts, or are you going to help us do our short squeeze? He's like, no, first of all, because that's illegal, and second of all, like, this is all like nonsense. It just like he's like, for all the things bad, right, that Adam Aaron is wrong person. Adam Aaron has been doing, like, at running that company. He refuses to flatly even like stoop to the level, and that's really what you should be like when you're running a company.
Who was he doing these updates for? Like these video updates? Like who's he doing
himself?
Oh, Josh.
Himself.
Yeah.
I know, right? He turns on his studio lights. He's like, click, click.
Right? Like,
all right, well. He's like, let me get my vice cup.
He's got
ready.
2 comments, 7 likes, and 3 retweets. Like,
I probably liked it.
Who are you doing these updates for?
But yeah, and then there was the one video that he did that's like, I don't want to get all into it because it's like an 18-minute video where he basically goes off on all sorts of things. There was the it's manic. It's crazy. Yeah, where he pulls the defamation RICO card. Like, I'm going to apply the rule to Josh that I do to all baggies. If you're going to claim RICO, please plead the elements of a RICO claim. That means you need to find what is the, you know, the rack, like, not just like each element, not just, oh, these people are being mean to me and they're all working in a group. That's not how RICO works. You need to, like, what is the established business entity? What is the racket? How all the elements are put together that form the RICO claim.
So I think the thing with these folks is like I don't think they really understand how Twitter works. Like, I mean, like, he popped up on my thing. He was in my algorithm
for all of us. The algorithm,
probably because of the things that I talk about, and like, I don't even know who Kyle Mitchell is, and then like I saw he was following me, and then I like saw his post, and I was like, this guy's funny, so I followed him back, and like
100%.
Like, nobody knows anybody on Twitter. Like, it's the same thing with like my Doug Sifu interview, right? Like, I literally asked Doug Sifu for that interview on Twitter. What?
This comment is hilarious. Like, and it's so funny because like I didn't even watch that video, and like, so it is hilarious to watch it now and then see that that's what he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
We actually have a CPA on and like dig into the financials, of course,
right?
Because that's what we do, right?
Right.
Literally, what we
and then we also, like, you know, whatever.
And
nobody even knows, like, what was he even talking about? Like, this.
Yeah, we didn't even know until it had to be explained to us.
Right.
I know, right? Like,
yeah. If you go to my Twitter, I posted a stock certificate Cohen made for this fake dude, and he saw that, and that's why he thought it was going to be all about this.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is. We spent an hour on this. I think we covered most of our bases for this. I'm going to take it that since Josh threatened us with a lawsuit and then blocked me, he's not going to be coming on the live stream. That's okay. We'll move on.
Well, hold on. Like, say if he did want to come on to, you know, whatever, to give his version or whatever, to rebut whatever, would you be open to that?
Sure.
Okay.
When he unblocks me.
Yeah.
Tell him to unblock me too, and I'll go on and chat with him.
But yeah, like
maybe next time we can have you both at the same time.
I was going to pitch. I was
and then the link. Let's do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
But like the link, he'll come on here for sure.
Hold on, he has to turn his lights on and get his vice cup.
Because like I was originally going to
oh my god.
The update.
The updates are for his mom.
Oh goodness.
I love that his mom is like sticking up for him. That's great.
It's homey.
It's so
very
like you can't even
it's very wholesome. It's a very
wholesome. That's the word.
Very wholesome twist to this crazy.
Yeah. But we're going to move on to our normal shitco session. I don't know if you want to stick around, Kyle. You can.
No, I gotta take off, but it's good talking about.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do this again.
Thanks for digging into the company. It's always fun.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right. So we do have an update on. Yeah, probably. So we do have an update on something previously that happened in the intervening week since our last live stream. It got copyright struck by number one cuck, John Hartranett. I filed a counterclaim, and to date, I've not heard anything back on that. And John has till Friday, or YouTube will reinstate the video.
Taken down, man.
He
Sad.
like
can't make false claims, bro.
Yeah. And that's what it was, is I copyright struck a video that was clearly no editing, no commentary, no nothing. It was just my live stream. And so I am within my right. That is not fair use. And I took it down, and he threw a bitch fit and struck the live stream. Unfortunately, I know what my rights are. I know what the law is for fair use, and he didn't have a counterclaim. I also think part of it is that he's a bit of a fucking bitch. And if he wanted to file to contest my counterclaim, he would actually have to give me his contact information in case that, he did decide to sue me. And he's not going to do that because he has a giant pussy where his dick and balls should be.
Well,
mangina, as it were.
I mean, you say that like it's a bad
if
thing.
If it's a mangina, it's not lady stuff. It's
okay.
It's different. It's different. It's not a real. It's like it's like the balls of like. We're not going to discuss it. Anyway.
All right. Anyways, moving on.
It's like an open gaping wound.
Yes, exactly. So in the intervening time, okay, that was that. In the intervening time, he also privated his X account, has taken down all of his videos like we discussed last time, and has moved his video private because he's gotten enough strikes from, as I believe I posted out, from me and a bunch of other people as to his content, where X has pretty much locked down his account unless he deletes the offending post, which he still hasn't done. He's just moved private now. Whinging and crying is all he does, but until he deletes that, he's going to be stuck the way he is. And not much he can really do about that.
So he can't post or anything?
Can't post, can't like, can't even DM, if it's my understanding correctly. So he's just going to pout in a corner. Bye, John. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, you can still find the videos
good.
though on me and Amy's Twitter accounts, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yep. Unless you were on Twitch last week and you just didn't get the video at all because Restream glitched out. So yeah, we'll have to do some sort of make live stream.
True.
This was a brief clip that was going around. Marcus Lemonis continues to be the guy who
he's so great.
Strikes down Bed Bath & Beyond baggies so hard. This is gonna be a quick clip of him shooting down.
Is this Annette?
I believe so.
Poor Annette.
Hi, will we be able to tokenize our BBBYQ shares on T0?
I don't believe so.
What about Teddy?
I don't know about Teddy, but I appreciate your call. Thank you.
Bye. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
I
love the tone. It's like he's 2 years old. He's like, I don't know about that, but bye.
This one is a little sad and disappointing. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to bring down the mood a little bit.
Oh no, not this again.
Yeah.
Oh no, not this. Ugh.
Yeah. So in the saga of MJL, who has now been divorced, there was a restraining order put out and then criminal charges for what was it, theft and breaking and entering or something like that.
Well, the restraining order was taken away same day.
Yeah. So after that happened, then they proceeded with the criminal charges, and then basically were like, yeah, we're not sure if he's actually mentally competent enough to stand trial. So they went through the proceedings to try and that's where we're at now, where they're trying to figure out if he is mentally competent or if he needs to be committed. This is what meme stocks do to you.
So Josh Cohen has just posted another video. And it's addressed to you. I don't know if he has unblocked you yet, but
why don't you go ahead and go ahead, share it.
Okay,
Hold up. This is comical.
Yeah.
Sure. I can't quit this content.
Okay. So here, let me share.
Jesus Christ.
So he says, AZRH, screw you at Coyote Knows Best. That was the most down the middle interview I've seen in a while, and I owe you and your team an apology. It's your show. It is not my show. But we need to play the video because we don't know what he's saying. It's like, go
Okay,
back.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I have to play it. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot it was me.
Yep.
All right, so hand in the air happened last time too. I'm a douchebag, right? I get it. Coyote and I like to type pretty fast. Same with Platinum, and same with that that crazy trader girl.
You got a name
I forget
now.
her
Name drop.
but she's got a really good smile.
Ooh, it's the
So
boss.
this was actually what I would consider to be a pretty good interview. I would love to do a live stream with all of you guys. I can be a gentleman like I was last time. I've already proved myself, but we can do that. I would say we can do that after Nick Nemeth goes on and bashes me on camera. So let's let Nick Nemeth go on the Coyote Ugly Show. That's what it's called, right? The Coyote Ugly Show. I'm just fucking guys.
Yeah, well.
All right, Nick Nemeth.
Well, we can go as soon as Nick Nemeth goes on the Coyote Show. Then we can go, because I am still going to file a lawsuit against him. Kyle Mitchell. You know what? I can't believe I'm actually saying this. You have gained a level up of respect from me by the way you conducted yourself on camera tonight, even though you didn't show your face. I'm not going to ask you to do that. The only thing I will say is that I would like to, and I've already written the response. I read it real time, okay, as I listened to your guys' show. I'm going to post it, and I would like you to respond to all of this. And then I would like Nick Nemeth to come on the show and Oil Mutt. Okay, the oil expert.
Oh boy.
Oil Mutt is the oil expert now. Okay, I'm sorry. More like the fucking laughing stock of the industry. So I want to see Nick Nemeth and Oil Mutt on this show, and then I'll come back on if you guys will have me. And if you won't, I understand that too, and we can keyboard, warrior each other. So all right.
Right.
Well, that was better than I thought it was going to be.
All righty. We'll put that feather in the back of the hat, and we'll go back to our normal programming.
Mm-hmm.
So we were on the Bed Bath & Beyond train, weren't we? Yes, we were.
Oh, boy.
So this was the list of people that were going to be getting PP and GMETH coins, whatever the frick that is.
GME ETH, like Ethereum.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we cleared that up.
No problem.
Scan 9th, and people are still not gotten there.
Weird. Did you know? I think PP was listed on there as one of the tagged winners.
Yeah.
If you do like show more.
Want his own coin?
Yeah, the PP show right there.
There you go.
How nice.
Interesting. More token scams. We'll have to put that on our list of
More
biggest
FTDs.
grifts. Yeah. More failures to deliver from meme stock grifters. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of more failures to deliver,
Oh my God.
how about that Bear Trap movie?
Yeah.
Still waiting. Still in pre-production. Not sure what's going on there.
Oh, wow. They changed it to June 2027 now. Holy. All right. I remember seeing 2025 in there at one point, but
yeah, no.
Rubbing
We
my
also
ass.
had some more juicy drama. I know this is really tiny.
Hold on, rubbing my axe. I don't know about that event in Florida.
Yeah, isn't that like isn't that supposed to be in January?
Is that
like they paid for the private yacht they're all going to be on? $5,000, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Great question. But they are storming the SEC on Monday, so
yeah, that will be interesting.
That's MMTLP.
I hope
oh well, no,
that.
Michael AME is going to be there too. So
then someone's
it's January 24th. Oh, run my axe on his way. Wow, so many fun things happening in January.
Yeah. So yeah,
busy month.
We need to find someone that can be our man or woman on the street for that
Got
one. Yeah, sorry, I have to work Monday. But apparently there was some I guess PP drama.
Oh yeah,
so
released the DMs that are supposedly from PP to.
Well, these are text messages, but it's a conversation between PP and that guy.
Where PP is complaining because Ramez gave Jake and Sal money, but then PP has to beg for money, and he's like, "Why do I?"
He was like, "You just gave them $10K, but I have to give you a business plan."
And all that
there
stuff.
You go. Because you give $10,000 to Jake and Sal, and I asked you for a while that I need help to expand my show, and I don't need even 100,000. Just saying oh, I don't even need 100,000. Well, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That I can expand some stuff smaller for now if money is the issue, and you didn't have them send you a business plan. You just handed them money. But when it's me, you make me jump through hoops. You also told me back in December you were getting a budget for January and that you would give me money for expansion. And that never happened. How can I move to Florida when you tell me all these things, but nothing happens? You don't see how I'm upset that you changed the way you used to be with me. I'm pretty upset you don't acknowledge me at all when it's my community who's coming to these shows.
Yeah,
my hard work.
That's a pretty fair fucking point.
It's my hard work and also Pulte putting together the show. Pulte putting together the show? It's interesting. And all this stuff, and it hurts, man, especially from you. This is fucked up. I'm going to go cool off now, but we will need to talk on the phone maybe next week or something to hash this stuff out because I feel kind of betrayed.
To be honest with you, I don't think or notice that I changed. You need to relax and think that maybe something overlooked, maybe wrong, not realizing. You need to think.
Oh, see, I didn't even see all of these. I apologize for being an asshole.
Right now, he's crying about his sugar daddy.
Did you see these? I didn't see these.
Yeah,
you don't deserve it. I'm just really upset. I'm gonna cool off now.
I will say this is not
controlled. Hold on, Ramez. I talked to Controlled, and I'm sorry for going off last night. I was used for this event, and my emotions were a bit out of control, and I took it out on you. But the things I brought up to you are valid concerns that happened, especially with guys, because my family was disrespected, and to me it seemed like you were fine with that. Lord, I didn't even see this part.
Crazy.
But I feel a little betrayed over this event.
Well, this is the only one. This has been
This is Atlanta. This is the second one that they're talking about. Yeah. Because Ramez put out a tweet, basically saying thanks. Whatever. And PP was like, your community or, it's my community kind of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that wasn't the end. This has been kind of the the week of the grifters and their little shenanigans getting crushed. I love when someone's talking about how they totally don't do things for engagement and they make money off their engagement, and then post that they make money off their engagement to prove that they're really not a grifter. I mean, you're a shitty grifter, but like, there's you posted the pay stub.
I mean, he should post it for, ever since 2023 when the shares are canceled, how much he's gotten paid to like grift engagement.
Not just the most recent one.
Because I've gotten $0. I'm literally still not eligible for monetization. So there's that. And I, have told the truth about this stupid ass bankrupt stock the whole entire time. But I guess if I lied, I could make $40 in 2 months or whatever it is, a 1 month. I don't know.
You can at least pay your pacer fees with that, right?
Not worth it.
Well, we got new news on Jake.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's making way more.
The
than
newest one to join the homeless committee.
Apparently, still don't know what his job is.
Well, no kidding. Because he said
he's a therapist. Does he work at Wendy's? Like, what's his job?
Well, according to him, he's an expert at human emotions. What that means.
Well, so is it Michael too? Like his name is Mind and Emotion.
He's a dream reader, according to his website. He can tell you what your dreams mean.
Dream Weaver.
So
yeah, that's him.
Oh my goodness. So we have an update that I kinda is going to make your belief and trust and faith in humanity.
But hold on. I mean, I want to hold on it. Like, this guy who's reporting all of this is
questionable source.
Is a bit of a scumbag. So, well, we can laugh at it.
Okay, I think he was trolled because I think he was in a chat where somebody was trolling him, pretending like they were Ryan Cohen. And now
he also was running the Remez account. So like,
right. Well, he was one of the people. There was there was a few people running the Remez account, I thought.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, he was like an inside guy with them. So like I said, we can look at this stuff and we can laugh at it, and let's consider the source here too.
Right. Yes. Definitely. I assume this was a slightly belated for our guest before he had to bounce, but yeah, definitely enjoy having guests to mix things up, make things more interesting. This is the part of the segment where we descend into the hoary hells of humanity and lose sight of the holy light.
Oh no, get me out of here.
Because we're talking about Houston Wade again. The thing that never seems to go away. Middle of this week, I was informed by our mutual source. Let me make sure I'm saying it's Landvik, I believe. I always want to put a D in there. I think it's Landvik. Had brought up to me that there were new charges likely coming. We all likely speculated that.
Let's go back. So he had his first arraignment on the 8th. Like, so
the first arraignment
in court.
First appearance was on the 8th.
Was 1/8.
And that's when they said that they definitely had new charges.
Well, that's when they said, so like he didn't enter a plea or anything. And that's when he said to the judge, like he asked the judge, like he said he heard that the felony
from his
charges
family
were dropped. And the judge was
dropped, that they were that the felony ones were dropped. And
that's what I said, the felony charge. Right. Yeah. And the judge was like, where did you hear that? And he said
his own defense lawyer, from my understanding, turned him as like, you wouldn't be here if
that's right.
That was
he
the
said
case.
You wouldn't be standing here if that was the case. And then the prosecutor was like, not only are we not dropping the charges, but this is an active investigation and we're probably going to be adding new charges. And so he didn't enter a plea or anything, and that ended that day. And then they filed these, and then he was back in court the next day. That's where that was his arraignment, and it's 5 felonies that's where he pled.
Right. And we'll get to that in a second, because we had been speculating back and forth what those might be. I know on New Year's that I had said, wait until they get his digital devices. Right. He will be super fucked. And Amy,
well, and I said, yeah, like this isn't his first rodeo. Like
it isn't his first rodeo.
Right.
My
like,
thought
I was saying, like
was,
if you're a part of a sting operation, like they've
Right.
been watching this guy for a while.
right. And
That was my
also,
speculation, which turns out.
and I had gone in a divergent route because I had been watching too many YouTube videos about the nasty stuff that goes on Discord and how it's really easy for people like Houston Wade to indulge, as it were, in what they want to do. And so that's where I figured the route was going to go. Yes, where Amy was saying, where it was like, we'll find that he's tried to hook up with people, but I figured it was on the internet or like he had previously tried to do with this other minor. What we found out was, no, we have 2 new actual victims.
Well, because he had an Instagram account.
Correct. Which
do you have that?
Yes, I do.
So he had an Instagram account where he called himself a wealth manager. Yep. Cash spoiler. And he says, if I follow you, it is because I want to spoil you. Go back up.
Yeah.
SC Prof Champ message if you want what I want. And it's just like the whole thing is like, yeah, it's like $100 bills. Yeah. 2019. Yeah. So yeah, this has existed since 2019.
So he's been potentially at this for 7 years.
Probably longer, but that's what we can find right now. But yeah, right. So if you scroll down, it's $100 bills, and like it's basically like, and I've seen these people on Twitter like looking for a sugar baby or whatever, and like I feel like they always pop up like when you put Pulte's name in a post, it'll say, "Do you want to be a sugar baby or whatever?"
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing on here, and that is where they found the messages with the 2 actual victims.
Once again, I'm just going to show this document. There will be a link that was kindly of the document that's here that was kindly provided by Landvik, and I have a link there so people can read this. It has the charges.
Wait, I was going to say, why don't you go? Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to? We can explain the charges.
We'll go ahead and explain. We'll explain the charges here. We'll go back to the other screen to do that. But again, read only at your own discretion the charging documents when they get into the probable cause section. Because if you thought the original probable cause section was disgusting, vile, despicable, we have 10x the despicableness. Don't you fucking worry about that. So let's go back to the charges. So the charges were 2 more counts, making it now a felony, communication with a minor for immoral purposes, 2 counts of commercial sex abuse of a minor, which 1 count of commercial sex. No, 2. Yeah, 2 counts of commercial sex with a minor because he basically gifts money, whatever, to a minor for sexual things. Is basically what those charges are. He had 1 minor who was a teen, correct? Both of them were teens?
Yeah, at the time.
At the time, they were teens. The first one was the one that he has the nudes of. One was the breasts, and one was fornication. Then we had the one who outright rejected him. And I think that's the one that led to the sting, because she rejected him multiple times. And if I remember the report, it was around about before the sting happened. So it was like
that was the younger one,
summer of 2025.
That was the younger one.
I'm pretty
the 14-year-old.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So now currently one is 20 and one is 14.
Yeah. So, and that was brought up at the hearing.
Well, because they put the protection orders.
Right, the 2 protective orders for the 2 victims.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of that. Let's insert some humor in here, please, right now. Humor, please. So
yeah, Kai's Malej.
I was watching the hearing live, and they tell you in the instructions to put yourself as an observer so that you're clearly not part of the proceedings. And I took the screen cap and sent it to Amy. I'm like, I wonder who the fuck did this.
It is Ryan Cohen, but you have Kai's in there too. So Kai's is watching.
Yeah, so someone was clearly having a funny in the hearing.
Ryan Cohen.
So yeah, that's as funny as it gets. Then of course he got super famous today, or was it yesterday evening?
Yesterday,
when Libs of TikTok dropped in on this one, which I'm glad that Houston Wade is getting the kind of attention he so fucking richly deserves. However, this hack Twitter account using it to politicize and make it, ooh, look at the evil Democrats who are all pedos, not a fan of. And I'm especially not a fan of people who are, like, I get it. You're trying to get attention on Houston Wade and the other baggies who are shitbags. But using this person to do it is not much better. Just saying, not much better.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. And I believe
Well, you're way late to the story, girl.
Yeah, way fucking late. Like a whole month late almost.
Mm-hmm.
But we are out of the weeds. We are out of the weeds on that. Thank God. We've got some stuff dealing with QNTM. Apparently, we have a December progress report reiterated that cash runway extends beyond March 2027. I'm skeptical of that one, and so is Matt. What are you guys feeling that they're not going to need to dilute for much longer? Like they say they have a cash runway out to 2027.
Okay.
Well, did you see Malone's letter?
We're getting to that. That is next.
Oh, I didn't see him threaten.
Yeah, he said that he was going to sell out if.
So he's mad that they haven't gotten back to him about him being on the board. And this is the second to last paragraph is the most interesting to me. It says, in the interest of resolving this matter constructively, blah, blah, blah. Should the board remain silent beyond that period, I will, in my capacity as fiduciary, take the steps that I believe are in the absolute best interests of my clients. Which, okay, first of all, shouldn't he be doing that anyways? Without,
I mean, what is the stock trading at now?
Oh, good question.
He bought them in at like $32, right?
Well, various prices. He bought them, up to 32 because he got it there. Let me see. I think it was like $7 the last time I looked.
$7.
But let me look right now. Maybe okay, so $6.93. It closed at.
Yeah, you should have been doing what was in the best interest of your clients a long time ago.
Originally, as a fiduciary, that's what he should have been doing in the first place. But is he trying to say if he doesn't? Okay, well, here's the thing.
He's clearly demanding to be put on the board.
Right, which sounds like he's working in his own personal interests rather than
Malone Wealth Ventures, LLC, together with affiliated client accounts, remains the company's largest shareholder group with substantial long-term economic exposure. In my capacity as a registered investment advisor, I have an ongoing fiduciary obligation to act prudently and in the best interest of my clients, which includes seeking appropriate governance engagement where ownership concentration and material exposure warrant it.
Yeah, he was trying to get on the board and he got ignored, and he's still being ignored. And now he's giving them like an ultimatum saying that, well, now I'm going to do what's best for my clients. In that case, if I can't get on the board,
well, that's not selling them out at $6.93. Like,
well, if he waits for them to do an ATM, it's going to be even less.
Should have thought about that. Like $23 ago.
Like, who's gonna, sell out first? Will it be the company or will it be Malone for his clients?
Basically like it's a game of chicken here.
But if he has some sort of request that or suggestion or whatever that he thinks could actually help the board of this company that he owns, well, his clients own 20% of, he doesn't really need to be a board member in order to write a letter to the board, right? Like he can just do that.
He has enough I mean, he could claim an activist position, I guess.
Yeah. And so what is this even about, right? Like, is he just trying to get paid again or whatever? But I guess we'll see, right? We're still on the lookout for who's going to sell first, the company or Malone and his clients.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be real interesting. I don't think it's going to work out as hot as he thinks it's going to. But our next story,
it's like a shareholder vote, right? So I mean, okay.
So our next story up for bid on the auction block is crazy MAGA lady says that she's going to do stuff for MMTLP, and it's totally not, to expand her profile and to make lots of money at the expense of exploiting people. Totally has nothing to do with that at all.
Never.
She would never. I like it. I find it funny that there's people who've been doing some due diligence, shall we say, about Ann and her Ann Vandersteel and her not connections to the Trump administration. In fact, they absolutely do not want her anywhere near them because she's a crazy lunatic, as has been documented since the last election cycle. So I don't think she's going to be much help to the MMTLP community. Just going to throw that one out there.
How dare you? That's fun.
Yeah, I know. Everyone is totally, oh yeah, she's definitely got POTUS's ear. Definitely has got Trump's ear. Absolutely 100%. Definitely.
I mean, Plute is there, and Plute has been involved in their
more shit.
As the one who Plute created the MMTLP like community on Twitter. Like he's the admin.
Yeah, and he's also the reason why a bunch of them, along with Michael and Curtis, are playing this whole, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has all the hidden naked shorts that now Pulte's in control of getting rid of when he releases them back into the wild, and they, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
sure,
question mark,
cool.
Question mark.
Yeah, profit. I'm glad we got the South Park meme in there. Amazing. Now it's back to your normal shilling. I love the desperation in trying to promote this. Like first it was, X Market News is trying to get unusual whales and message was left unread despite shilling throughout the day and just trying to harangue him as much as possible. Absolute failure. Then there was, let me see here. I know there was another one. I think it was trying to get people to go contact all the news outlets because no one was really responding to the PR Newswire news blast. They seemed to think that was in and of itself reporting
that anyone can pay for.
Yeah. I had to explain that one. That was really funny. And then there was, I guess I don't have it. Darn. And then they tried to say that Yahoo News was picking them up, and it's like, yeah, they just reposted the PR News blast. That's why you pay for PR Newswire. So that they shit it out. It's like it's like pay to play AP. Like, like the Associated Press is to give generic articles so that you can copy pasta them into any network and reformat them and reword them a little bit. And PR Newswire is that, except you pay for it. And, certain companies will pick it up and run with it, or they'll choose not to. It's totally at their discretion. It's money involved, usually a lot. Then we had the Grifter Olympics start.
He's already
over at the time
11.
of the screenshot. He's up to 1,100 now. Like
crazy.
Has there been because I saw screen caps of Michael having to grift his way from donations to the first Pulte event.
You took my stupid tweet of the week.
Darn.
Is it this one?
Zach.
No, it was Michael's.
Oh.
I don't know why he didn't think this was going to come up.
Well, I did. I know it would, but the reason it's the stupid tweet of the week is because he's like, I want to fly myself and my wife. Like he wants to he's raising money to
wife is a thing in
fly
his
my
life.
wife for me.
Right. It's I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just hey, please help fly me and my wife out to DC your time. And great.
Yeah.
So I'm not so everybody know that.
This is Michael's game. Anytime that he needs to pay for something, he gets the community to pay for it for him.
Every time. He has done a GoFundMe for every one of these.
Remember he tried to sell his Twitter account so he could buy options?
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I brought that up in one of the live
Well, I don't know, even where $1,100 gets you, right? Because he's on the West Coast, so flying from there to DC, a hotel,
it's just the plane tickets for two. That would
if even because this was really short notice. This wasn't they're not buying them 3 months in advance when the tickets are cheap, right? he's trying to go kind of last minute. So like, I don't know that even covers the plane tickets. And that's why I'm like is homie like just taking the money and driving and then like, gonna buy some GME options?
That's the only other, that's the only way that'd be affordable, or maybe he's taking train.
Maybe he's taking a train. Yeah. 40-hour train.
Yeah.
I mean, from the West Coast to DC with less than a week notice, like those are going to be some expensive ass tickets.
I will say one thing though. Drew is always been anti-Pulte coming and his crew coming into the MMTLP community. I know probably a lot of that has to do with them taking some of the shine and attention off of him, but he has not failed to identify, PP,
he really does
Pulte,
not like
Michael, all these people as being absolute shitbags.
I mean, his real issue is with Michael for being.
Well, I don't blame him because he rightly identifies that having this crazy conspiratorial dipshit within 5 feet of the community is going to make them all look like fucking nut jobs. Right. Because when you have someone who's saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, this, yeah, what do you look like in proximity to this?"
I mean, have you seen Anne?
I mean, yes. That's why Michael is the keynote speaker for this shitty fucking PR event, press event. Like, that's the reason why Michael's the centerpiece, is because they're both equally crazed and fucking retarded. Naturally, we also have, I missed this in the whole thing there, but, again, English not Michael's first language. Please send him back to remedial grade school English. Also, when have they brought up rum?
What did he say?
BBIG. When have they ever talked about BBIG or AMC? Never.
Well, he definitely owns Rumble, because remember when
Pulte did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What are you talking about? What did he do? Where did he mess up?
1 second.
Well, so effect is the wrong version of effect. Time.
Oh,
there we go.
Focused.
He got his English paper graded.
I do love the red letters.
Short,
who did this?
Cowboy
Tree. Okay.
Never seen them before, but yeah, great job.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and the funny thing is with this whole thing is, do you remember when he had that alt account and he replied to himself with the alt account, defending himself or whatever, and then he was like, "Well, that's obviously not me. Like, what do I have English as a second?" There it is.
I knew you'd posted it. There's someone had.
Yeah, and so ever since then is when I really started paying attention, right? I wouldn't not really cared, everyone's fucking grammar sucks, right? So it's whatever. Mm-hmm. But his is really bad. And the fact that he brought it up, and then also this alt account said, that he sold it for a nice profit, when he did say that he had some vending machine company that he sold for a profit before. So we already know this is you, Michael. But then he said that it's a shill. Everyone needs to block it. Oh, for sure he's going to shed tears. I already have it on my bingo board that someone cries. And that Michael mentions.
Wait, we're going to have a bingo board for this?
Yeah, we are.
I'm going to stream it live for sure on Twitter, just a regular space, not a video space of it. And then I'll post the bingo board on the bottom.
They're going to put up a video one that will be.
She's going to live stream it. She's going to live stream it.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. You know what I should do? I should take Anne's Rumble and add it to my 4K video downloader.
10 a.m. Eastern on Monday.
Awesome. Amazing.
Get excited. They have 90 minutes.
Do it live, but it'll be fun.
And hopefully her press passes this time are real.
Oh my goodness.
So you'll have a pink bubble at the top of your Twitter.
Not the only Grifter Award event going on here. So this one's been interesting. So apparently Thomas Massey taking out his X account, not running for office. Murphy, excuse me. Murphy. Wrong one. Wrong Thomas. Sorry, sir. But not running for office according to FEC records, took a bunch of contributions from the MMTLP community, and now they're wondering where their fucking money is.
I don't even know if they are. Is this someone from MMTLP that's doing it?
Doing what?
This Linz Piper Loomis, the one who was actually wrote to the SEC or to the FEC.
I don't think so, but this was like reran through
So
the
she actually
MMTLP
is digging into it and sent an email to the FEC, which she said she posted that she did, and that's when he deactivated his account.
Whoopsies!
Yeah, I don't think she's an MMTLP person, is she?
No, I don't think
I
so.
doubt it. Not with this much research.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. One time.
So see where it says Thomas took his export file down when I sent an email inquiry this morning to the FEC.
Oopsies. 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 This is so dumb. PP's not even going to this event. I can guarantee you 100%, 110%. But he's pretending like he's in solidarity and people...
Michael is. And then there was somebody was posting something about this being about MMTLP, and Michael responded saying he wasn't going to talk about something, and PB was like, why
he wasn't
not?
going to talk about
Epstein
and
was
all
it
that
Epstein?
stuff.
He's like, why not?
Just,
just say what's on your heart.
Yeah, isn't the connection obvious?
Go right out there and make everyone look like idiots for our entertainment, please.
Just say what's on your heart, Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Go square, do it, please. Thank you.
And then of course this one was interesting. I thought was we should tell people that MMTLP is not a meme stock. Would you prefer to be called the OTC shitco preferred share of a meme stock shitco? I mean, we can get
they
a lot more accurate.
Offended when you call MMTLP a meme stock.
Yeah,
which,
they get very
it's not even a stock. So she needs to get this straight. It's gone.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, she doesn't even have the story straight still.
Jeez.
But then I guess most of them don't. So what can you do?
So from here, we are going to transition into our more mainstream stuff. We'll get Platinum to put her GameStop hat on for us. Our first topic to start with is we have already gotten up to 421 confirmed confirmed store closures for GameStop. Sadly, one of them is my hometown store. So rest in peace, GameStop in Kansas. There's a couple more Kansas ones, but not in my hometown.
We're cutting the fat, or is it the bone at this point?
The bone marrow. We're going straight to the bone marrow.
And past the bones. So see, you are into the meat.
Because what? They're down to 2,000 stores roughly. They're going to exit almost a fourth of them. And also EB Games is rolling up in New Zealand. I don't know how many stores that actually is, but this is getting concerning here. It would help if the CEO would communicate what their plan was and what they're fucking doing. It would be really nice if you could communicate. What's that? We have a communication from the company. Oh, yeah, the company would like to grant a share compensation plan, kind of like Elon Musk's to Ryan Cohen.
It's it's a lot different than Elon Musk.
Yeah, you're right. But in general, I don't like these. I just don't. And it is different. I will grant that. If you want to go over explaining how it is different, because there's a 10-year limit on this, correct, for the grant date that he has to meet these goals by, and there's certain things, but I'll let you go over it and I'll explain what I don't like about these.
Oh, well, I only briefly looked it over. It looks like it's just a performance stock option thing where if they get a certain market cap, he can, buy shares at $20, right?
I think it's market cap and cumulative EBITDA.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And this is what I hate about these. I hate market cap based performance goals. It has nothing to do with the company.
Listen, pump my bags, okay? I don't mind.
That's exactly my problem. That's exactly my problem. You can make up. This is why I hate Tesla's compensation for Elon. it incentivizes him to lie, to make up bullshit, to pump.
But Ryan Cohen's not really like that. Like he's kind of like he doesn't even say anything, right? It's kind of the opposite. Or he actually talks shit about this. And he'll be like, "Oh, this piece of shit," like gaming company,
or investing for decades and centuries.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, I haven't really seen him pump the stock, but hey,
right. But it incentivizes that sort of behavior is my concern. And
no, I agree.
And my other thing is I do like that they have some sort of actual performance of the company, not just the fucking market cap attached to it,
right?
With the EBITDA stuff. I have several problems with the EBITDA one. Number one, it's cumulative. So like he could literally do nothing. And so long as the company kept chugging around and hit a performance goal, it counts. There's no EBITDA
it doesn't
growth
include the Bitcoin. It doesn't include Bitcoin and it doesn't include the interest.
Correct, because that would be under I in EBITDA. Right. But also my big problem with EBITDA is while that's good that it doesn't include the interest and the Bitcoin and stuff like that, it means that the company could literally do nothing. And like technically the company itself at the end of the day is earnings could be not making money. And so long as the operations side is making, then he's good.
But that is good though, right? It's better than it was.
Right, that is better than it was. My problem is like from like, and again, this is just my investing perspective. I want to see actual return, not you get what I'm saying. And that's why I think it should be not just cumulative. It should be like a growth metric. Like he grows EBITDA by a certain percent for each of these tiers, or he grows earnings by a certain percent. Some sort of like he's growing the company, he's growing the investment, and it'd make more sense that way. That would make me more like okay with this performance goal. I get all the parts about that. It's definitely better because it's not simply just market cap, but I also look at it from a perspective of what actually motivates the CEO to perform better for the company. And that would be a much better compensation package.
Okay, hold on real quick, Mike. So split into 10 tranches, yes. He can buy 17.5 million at 2066. Okay, but he's not paying $20.66. He's paying par value. So he's not buying.
No. It is 2066, but he can do like a cashless exercise.
That's the execution price. Go back.
You revealed my Tony De Niro trap card.
Wait, go back to that thing you just showed there, to the screen before. The one that had the option on it.
Oh, the options?
Yeah. So scroll down. Nope, go back up. Okay. So generally, this award is a performance-based award of non-qualified stock options to purchase shares of the company's common A stock par value.
Yeah.
Spot 001
but it's still,
shares.
the exercise price is 2066.
Right.
That's just
that is the par
where
value.
He can exercise it, right?
No. Only time that he can get it is that's how much it costs. This is when he gets the grants, and I believe there's a lockup period of 2 years after receiving each grant.
But he's not paying that.
Yes.
Well, he could do like.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
To not
like
have to
what Tony said,
right?
Where he takes
he's definitely not paying the par
profits
value.
Yeah, he's not paying that. What did he say? Irrelevant
Options to settle the exercise.
Okay, yeah, the cashless exercise. Okay. But I was like, he's not buying 17.5 million shares at 2066. He's not. He could just do that now. He doesn't. It wouldn't have to he wouldn't have to get an award.
So we have an early entry for our Chart Artist of the Year award for 2026 at the end of the year.
Okay, what are we at? January 10th?
Look at all these lines. Look at all these.
He's doing TA now.
Yes. Well, he's done TA before.
What are these screenshots? Is that Chart Exchange?
Yes.
Oh, Christ almighty.
And look at all these trend lines that he has drawn. It is a literal fucking soup of lines. Like, how do you read anything from this? Like, This is literally what the Chart Artist Award was made
like
for.
if you want to
Slop.
have to.
Okay, well, he's going to be upset that he's getting another award and he's not on here to accept.
No,
Well,
right, yeah.
I don't know. Stop being super crazy.
No,
It'd be like asking MJL to come on and accept an award for being an
I'm
unhinged.
actually very
baggie of the
sad
year.
for MJL. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
really,
sad for MJL.
I really do hope he gets the help he needs because he desperately needs it, and I hope that he can recoup
Right.
some normalcy in his life, and
Right.
because it is actually very sad. But it is.
Yeah, and I was
also-
like even worried about bringing up even the cases because it's one of those things that it's just like that's just bad.
sad. It's
Yeah.
just sad. Like, I mean, it like the for this thing to take him so deep into darkness and
Mhm.
hell,
Absolutely
like,
destroy his life and
destroyed his life, and like it's just really, really sad. And like he said awful things to me, and I blocked him and all that stuff. But I still like it. It sucks to read that.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, a lot of his, thoughts, like even as he communicates them, is clearly from what he has heard here. Like what he heard on Twitter, right? Like sitting in spaces for hours on end and listening to people like PP and Michael and these, conspiracy theorists who just drag people through the pits of hell with all of their bullshit. And like, is this real world repercussions
yeah, repercussions
of people like PP and what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really, really sad.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you're going through that, MJL, and I really do hope if you're watching that you get the help that you need and can see
I
your
hope things
kids
get better
again.
for him for sure.
Yeah.
Those little
Tony
kids.
De Niro did comment. There we go.
Those little babies that you have are worth you
You
fighting
can
for,
exercise
buddy.
the award. Just like I believe Tony gave a perfect example. Like if you have options, you can take some of the profit from the options to.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm just tired. He's not buying those. Like if he wanted to, he could buy 17.5 million shares now.
Right.
The same thing Adam Aaron, right? Like that's what Adam Aaron did on all of his.
So we have, if we're talking about GameStop, who we've got to stop by. The title is called "Okay, Dumbass, What's the I in EBITDA?" And I'll let you guess what our subject matter
Oh my
is
God.
going to be.
Is it someone ranting? Yep.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
At 10 years, these expired. Do I think they're going to get there before 10 years? I absolutely do. I think that the money alone, the cash alone that gets to go ahead and generate some type of interest, if you're understanding, they are generating over $300 million in cash via interest already.
Oh my God.
That's at this level. If you infuse more cash or if you dilute more shares, if you expand the flow, I don't care how you do it. GameStop's essentially going to get to this number.
I like that he's gotten to the point where it's like dilution is good so long as it pushes our market cap up artificially.
Mm-hmm.
We've come full fucking circle on this goddamn train.
The best dilution possible. Oh my God. And then brings up interest. Yikes.
No matter what. They're going to get to the first number. They're going to get to the second number. And when they finally get to the third tranche, that's the avalanche. That's the part where Wall Street starts breaking. That's where everyone knows the shorts.
Where Wall Street starts breaking because of a fucking retail outlet.
Well, no, from the interest, though, Corax, from the interest.
Oh my God.
Okay, buddy, whatever you say.
Sad.
Jesus, in our graves. My goodness.
Are you giving up?
Well, he's saying that clearly put retirement into GameStop and, fucked his life by listening to an absolute fucking moron on the internet.
I was hoping to enjoy a retirement. I'm leaving my shares to my kids, but they think I'm an idiot about GameStop. They'll sell the day after I die. It's upsetting. Okay, then.
It is bleak.
And then he likes it.
That's so great.
Doesn't just like it, he gives it the thing that you
and he
can
replies
use as a creator.
too.
Yeah. Yep. Amazing.
It's like your kids are shills.
I actually saw this. This is actually kind of a pretty cool thing.
Okay, before we move along, do you get the joke? Do you know what the joke's about?
Is it the Doomsday? The people who were saying Doomsday was November 19th, 2025?
No.
Oh, is it GTA?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay? So this would be coming out before.
But this Doomsday plane is
GTA.
like, the story of this is pretty fucking cool. It's like basically a flying nuclear shelter.
Oh my
like,
god, that's dumb.
This plane is, right? And it's people it's not something you see landing at LAX, which is why all the plane nerds were freaking out. So it's actually pretty cool though. But yeah, okay, we'll move on.
Yeah. So we have
I'm a plane nerd, by the way. So like,
he thinks it's BBYQ related. If you're a plane nerd, then look that up because it's actually
okay.
The story about the Doomsday plane is pretty cool.
So yeah,
it was basically
a Grand Theft Auto joke. So
yeah, I mean that's like the meme, right? I mean, everything's before that,
right?
And that date will probably get moved.
Okay. But of course, the closing of the stores is not a bad omen. It just means that we're going to get our GameShire Hathaway fucking whatever.
Like this again, like this is literally something they made up. This is not anything that anyone has ever talked about. This is not anything that anyone ever floated.
Yep.
Nobody is Kiriatsus or whatever they are. Like they're legal in the US. This is literally a machination that they created.
Revenue and profit will keep increasing. Okay, well, we need to start increasing in order to keep increasing.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. I mean, he probably has no idea what the revenue is, so sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to close stores.
And they will raise 20 to 50 billion in cash upon the GameStop squeeze.
Whatever,
okay.
Sure.
Again,
sure.
Like you're saying
the dilution
that they should dilute as if the price goes up. So great,
the
perfect.
best.
Everybody,
like it's really funny how like this game that's like mental gymnastics, especially with Morant, who talks a lot of shit on the other meme stocks, especially for their dilution, and then makes fun of AMC bullish baggies for saying when, like Adam Aaron says it's good dilution or when they say it's good dilution, but literally just had a live stream not too long ago talking about it'd be good dilution to, bump up their asset valuation so that way they can get Ryan Cohen his sweet cash money. It's always funny how this is a group of people who are supposed to be anti-rich people, except the rich people that we like, that we want to make richer because magically we'll get rich with them too. Just trust us, bro.
They're going to bring us with like the same way that like Ryan Cohen wouldn't sell his BBY shares without
and
that.
And then he did, and they had to make up an entire story about how he didn't.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that unfortunately is our meme stock stuff. We do have some crazy people stuff in the world of normies. First of all, we do have an update on the Grok undressing minors thing. It has gotten them a ban in Indonesia, and which Musk is considering censorship.
Oh boy.
If you want to call it that, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one way to put it, I'm sure. We do have an update in something, though, that is kind of meme stock adjacent that came out this week. We've got an answer to the Bill Pulte complaint, the FOIA dealing with the FHFA and Pulte, and one of the things that they were talking about was Fishback and some of the other stuff in there. There was a lot. Mostly had to deal with his basically turning over evidence to the DOJ for those trumped up fucking prosecutions that they were trying to ram through.
I mean, we can probably just shorten this up by saying it's the equivalent of that depends on what you mean by you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this entire thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Define you. Define famous. I don't know
Grandfather.
if Kanye West is a racist, anti-Semite.
I don't know if I'm the grandson or my son, who's one, is the grandson.
I'm not going to play the whole thing here, even though it's like 10 minutes and not that long. Did any of you watch the
I watched some of it. Like I saw the part where he blamed Biden. Oh no.
Yeah, blame Biden for there's this, but there's also the one where he blamed, like, I think it's from this one where he blamed.
He's like,
Biden
isn't it? No, because he was sitting, but he was like, and she was like, isn't it the,
Trump's
COVID?
fault for
No.
It's COVID. Isn't COVID's fault for the whole
reason for the price increases and stuff like that? And he's like, no, it's nope.
It's totally Biden. All of it's Biden.
It's all Biden.
Biden and the evil liberals. And then he brought out
he doesn't own any other suit than this one.
And then because he has the continuous grudge against Elizabeth Warren because she's holding him accountable, and you know how Bill Pulte is about being held accountable, he brought out the most oldest stupid fucking Elizabeth Warren meme, the whole Pocahontas thing. So yeah, Bill just being Bill. Speaking of Bill, we got Bill's buddy, James Fishback, and we have an update on that saga because, that's from the top. Let's go bottom up. There we go. So we have a new order from the judge on the motion to compel that we talked about last episode. This should be pretty quick because it's only 11 pages. So that's the background. We know the background. Let's get to the actual order part of this. Or is this second motion seeks to compel for that? This one's funny because it gets granted and they talk about the list of retailers and all the purchases that he's made, all these basically luxury items. While
so if you go back up all the way. So go down just a little bit. eBay. And then that was the first one. And then, where's this one? Oh, this is all eBay.
Yeah.
That's all eBay purchases. Nordstrom, Brunello Cucinelli, Burberry. What is that? Berkshire? Is that a watch or something?
Yeah. Greenlight.
Swiss luxury watch retailer.
Luxury company which sells luxury watches. And that he wore it. Oh, we're still not done here.
Lord Jewelry, Tom Ford, Toomey, Patagonia, Banana Republic, Amazon Marketplace, Ralph Lauren, Macy's. So those purchases would be made between March 20
Apple stores and the debit card section. It exceeds a total of $37,000. But he's poor, guys. He's super poor and can't pay his.
He said the watch wasn't his and he borrowed it from a friend.
Hold on, Cartier watch.
Yeah, that's his excuse. Just like the Tesla was his dad's, but it was in his name. But it's definitely his dad that was using it, not him. Once again, Fishback was directed to respond to the motion to compel, but failed to do so. By failing to respond to the motion, Fishback has waived his opportunity to show that the items purchased were not personal property items or otherwise exempt from execution. Frankly, the court does not know what he would purchase. The court agrees with Greenlight that $37,000 worth of purchases made over the course of 16 months from retailers cited is extravagant. Because goods and chattels are subject to levy and sale under execution to satisfy a judgment, the unopposed motion to compel is granted. Defendant James Fishback must turn over the items purchased as listed above with a corresponding itemized list to the U.S. Marshal Service no later than January 30th of this year.
Look at this. On December 22nd, 2025, Greenlight also filed a motion for judgment on the garnishment pleadings and motion for civil contempt and sanctions.
Yeah.
So they want a writ of garnishment.
Correct. So the process is they already filed the writ of garnishment, and so he has to respond to the writ of garnishment by the 23rd. Otherwise, the garnishment proceedings will go forward. Basically, what it is the previous one that they filed was the aid and execution. So basically, hey, court, he's not turning over information for us to be able to collect on this judgment. Tell him to do that. And he didn't respond to that. And so their last filing that we went over was basically the citation in contempt. Court, you told him to do this thing. He didn't do this thing. Hold him in contempt. Ordered plaintiff's unopposed motion to compel defendant.
So what are they trying to garnish? Just like, because does he even have wages or like?
Yeah, they. I think one of it was the garnishment order to garnish. I think a bank account. The like, what was it? Oh no, it was a wage garnishment.
Where does he get wages from?
R.J. O'Brien and Associates.
Okay.
And they said that they have $400 in his name. So if they're saying that they hold property, it may just be a bank garnishment. Because I think this was the brokerage account that they were going after, is what R.J. O'Brien is and Associates.
So he's hiding money.
Right.
Because he clearly has money, right?
Right. So the order from the court is plaintiff's unopposed motion to compel is granted. Defendant Fishback must locate, obtain, and turn over all stock share certificates in Azure Capital. Bye-bye to your hedge fund, bitch. By January 30th. And turn them over to the United States Marshal. Plaintiff's unopposed motion to compel the turnover of the luxury personal property is granted.
All 43 items purchased is listed on 6 through 8 with corresponding itemized listing.
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff that's listed.
Yep. The United States Marshal Service shall sell Azure Capital Inc. stock and share certificates for the benefit of plaintiff and judgment creditor. So if you want to own James Fishback's hedge fund, ring, ring. Here's your opportunity. Though I would probably get a pretty good laugh if they pettily did what they did with the Tesla there.
Well, look what he says here. The United States Marshal Service shall hold the 43 items turned over by defendant Fishback for 30 days, permitting counsel for green light to retrieve and subsequently sell the items as partial satisfaction of judgment.
Yeah. Clerk of the court shall provide.
This was granted.
Yep, all of it.
Okay.
So he has till the end of the month. Otherwise,
he's gonna fuck around and get.
Yeah, he's gonna get. He's going to have the U.S. Marshals coming to seize his property, which I'm assuming will not be a fun experience for him. What is John? What has Mr. Fishback been doing in the intervening time? Well, he's been collecting people who have been too stupid to actually do DD checks on him. This Ella person is basically, I guess some sort of conservative commentator. Then, of course, we have this one, which is your drop dead sign that you should flee and run away from this guy as soon and as fast as possible. As soon as you're doing shit with Tucker Carlson, who looks like he's aged 25 years in the past 5 in that picture. Last thing to leave off with Fishback here is, of course.
Yeah, dude, Tucker looks like shit. Like, what is this? Is this pod stressing him out this bad or what?
I guess. Fucking, I have no clue what's going on there. I really don't. Like I said, it looked like he aged 25 years in the past 5. Then, of course, there's this clip that I believe Amy showed me that's pretty despicable.
There is a fork in the road. I told that to Vivek, and he said, "What's a fork?" But look.
Awesome. I think that's a good point to end that story on. And I think also a pretty good tidy up time here, unless I've got something else. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty good. So we can do stupid tweet of the week, and I'll catch up on the Logan Paul stuff probably some other time. Because I think 2 hours and 15 minutes is a good time. So let's get out our stupid tweets of the week. I've got to decide if I want to do Main Street stupid or if I want to do full send meme stock stupid.
Gotta find it. Well, actually, while I find it, do you want? I have a new song.
I have it. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you do? All right. Yeah, let's play that while I actually look for a stupid tweet. And it's called Storm in the SEC. It's for Monday.
Yeah, 1 second here. This will give us time to get our.
There it is. Oh, wait.
Huh?
I said you can. There we go.
We trust in Anne. We're safe in her hands. She's gonna tell our story. She's got a plan. We need to talk about this OTC penny stock that I bought and how much I lost. I'll stand outside in the frost in the only gloves I got. Storm in the SEC in Washington, D.C. We need more people to hear our very important conspiracies. That's what we need, what we need. What we need. She stormed the Capitol, now she's in the mix. We don't care that she was a part of J6. She was there handing out fake press passes, but this time is legit, right? Storm in the SEC in Washington, D.C. We need more people to hear our very important conspiracies. That's what we need, what we need. What we need. Can't wait to hear the speakers. At least one confirmed an Epstein creeper. How about Berta, Georgia, McKay, the ones who set the corporate action in place, the ones who devised this short squeeze scheme, the penny stock fraud dream team. Berta and McKay made millions from selling shares, but can we get them to care? No, no, pound sand. Storm in the SEC in Washington, D.C. We need more people to hear our very important conspiracies. That's what we need, what we need, what we need, what we need. That's what we need, what we need, what we need, what we need. That's what we need, what we need.
Should be fun on Monday.
Yeah, I like that highlighted that as opposed to any of the people who have actually any investment in this, the person who's the lead speaker for it is fucking Michael, who has no connection whatsoever.
Yeah, so far, that's.
Yeah, I found a backup stupid tweet.
So let's go with Platinum's first, and she's got it ready for me.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we have let's see, Mr. Knowles here. There's breaking news. I don't know if you guys knew. This is today. Merger and acquisition announcement right before February 11th, 2026. Well, this is it. Our time has arrived. Hope everyone is prepared to get filthy rich. All short positions will be wiped out permanently. Well, they were already. Okay, congratulations to us all.
Oh my god.
That happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this, 43 responses, but I'm assuming so many people have me blocked that I can't see them.
You can't see them.
You only see two.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
that's that.
Oh, KGB, this is a new one. Someone smarter than me or better with AI can finish this. Just having some fun. If at Greg, all the numbers, combination of numbers can be solved by using telephone keypad letters,
holy crap.
Possible combinations might be foil. Towel, GME, BBY, using 2229 instead of 69, etc. AMC, so many combos. So then if you look down here, ticker symbol links, right? We've got meme stock connections like GME and BBY from the 2021 squeezes. 463, no def. GME fits loosely. 2229. It's ABC, 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 WXYZ.
No, it doesn't.
BY.
How does 222? Okay, Amy wins. What is this?
Look, I have the feeling that's where this is going, but I'm gonna hopelessly throw my Hail Mary pass up.
I throw in the towel, TOWL. I throw in the
Mine
221-476.
I tip my hat to it of not understanding that PR Newswire is something you pay for. Like, these people are not covering MMTLP.
Oh my god!
No.
They like Anna paid them to run a news blast, and that's what they did.
That's right.
Like, I it's so dumb.
I don't know what, like, all you have to do is go to PR Newswire and, like, on the very first page,
But you also
like,
have to have money.
Yeah.
pay. Like, it's the very first thing you see is like, pay for it.
Pay
Like,
us.
that's what you do.
I don't.
Pay for PR Newswire.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, that is our show. If you've got a vote, please drop it in the chat if you are on X or on Twitch or on Rumble, and I will check the YouTube.
I mean, if you don't vote for Amy, you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. It's like, this is one of the ones where it's like,
Exactly.
We may need our.
It's Josh's mom rigging the vote.
Josh's mom rigging the vote.
Wait, who's winning on YouTube?
Well, it's tied on YouTube, but we have our ape voter to break the tie. So there you go. Anyway, so that is our show. Any final thoughts for you, Amy Platinum?
It was fun.
It was
a
a lot of fun. We had a pretty good pool of guests for the first time in a while. It was very nice. So that is it for tonight, and we will